Good day. Welcome to the Case Consulting and Training Platform. It is our platform, and once again, I say thank you. I want us to talk about something this morning. I want us to talk about love and addiction. Love and addiction. There are various types of addiction. You have substance abuse addiction. You have materialism addiction, codependency addiction, work addiction, and so many various types of addictions. Alcohol addiction, gambling addiction. We call them addiction because it is something that we feel, habit that we feel we cannot take it out. They are habits that are inculcated into our system because of our decisions, our choices. We're not born to be like that. Nobody was born an addict. But as you grow up, your environment, your home changes you in many directions. Most often it's unconscious. The change comes in an unconscious form. It comes in a form that we do not take notice of. But you see, change is a gradual thing. It comes from 1, 2, 3, 4, then it goes to 5. You must have a willpower to contain certain forces. Most addictions are born out of frustration. You feel you are frustrated, or you had a misfortune, or you feel you are not being loved. As I said, I'm talking about love and addiction. I want to start from this direction. Because you see, the Bible makes us to understand that love is the greatest. That everything we do starts from love. God said in His Word that He loved us so much that He gave His only begotten Son to us. He sacrificed His only possession. And when Jesus came, He loved us so much that He gave His life for us. So love is about sacrifice. It's about you losing something, losing a valuable thing, your prized possession. You let it go. You let it go. Because you want to have change. In our society, I go to the African context. We are built in such a way that we love family. We always have people around us, be cousins, uncles, and what have you, neighbors. They are always there for us. When we were given birth to, when I was growing up, maybe things have changed now. You do not have just your parents at home. Every single senior person around your vicinity has a right to parent you. That's a right to direct you in anything that you do. And you have to obey. If not, you go back home, your parents will discipline you. That was the norm at that time. We've turned at this particular point in time to change the way we grow up. We now look at those times as bad times We do not look at them maybe as good times. Because we have our own children now, we don't want anybody to touch them. We don't want anybody to correct them. They are my kids. You see, society at that time was a bit better, though some may argue. Still, some will say love was not existing because we obeyed our parents out of fear. Many will say that. But you see, that fear made us to be who we are today. That fear to do the wrong thing because you know we'll be punished made me never to become a smoker. Those who know me right from my days in Sase, I wasn't gentle. I did so many things. All my friends, all of them were smokers, chain smokers, right from school. But I never one day tasted cigarette. Not because I was not in their midst to taste it, but something in me made me not to. That was fear. That was fear. What will my father say? What will my grandfather say? Which was my father. Actually, my father, he raised me up. I never saw him one day smoke. I never saw my father smoke. Those that I looked up to life as idols, they never smoked. So, smoking was a no-go area for me. What am I saying? Our home teaches us so many things. Some of us becomes addicts, drug addicts, because we feel we're not loved, because we feel we're abandoned. You feel your parents do not love you, or your brothers and sisters, or society do not love you. Because of lack of love, you try to get solace for something that you feel will fill that void. You involve yourself in drugs. You grow up because of the way you were treated at home. You lack self-esteem. Maybe you had a lot of weight. You go to school, people bully you. You come to the house, they bully you. You look at yourself in the mirror and you believe that you are not handsome or beautiful. You end up being so close to yourself. Some will say, a quiet pikin this. But as a matter of fact, you are not quiet. You are being drawn to yourself. You are drawn to yourself because you have a problem. You have a void that cannot be filled. In so doing, you start looking for recognition. You start looking for somebody that will recognize you. Someone that will stand by you. You might go to school and meet a friend. He might be a bad friend. But he will be the only person that will talk to you. He will be the only person that will listen to you. As such, your attitude towards that person becomes different. You are withdrawn in the outside world, but when it comes to that individual, you are for him. Because of that, he'll have a great influence on you. Some might be relationships. You meet a girlfriend, takes you to different dimension, or a boyfriend takes you to different dimension. Everybody has said that you are not beautiful, you are not handsome, and this particular one stands with you. At that point in time, you look at yourself and you say, oh, what will I do? This is the best person for me. You see, sometimes our addiction starts because of rejection. Rejection. Sometimes because we lost a loved one. The person that took care of us. The person that was there for us. The person that could listen to us. The person that could encourage us at any point in time in our life. And we happen to lose that person. We tend to be withdrawn. You try to fill that gap by smoking, by drinking alcohol. Many times it's like that. Some materialism addiction. You started from small in your homes. Because your parents are fighting for love over you, especially broken homes. You go to your mother, he wants to buy every designer that you have on this earth because she feels that you can buy you with those things. You come to a dad, he wants to take you around the world and buy you every designer. They are competing. By providing unnecessary things to you, thereby shaping your life in a different dimension. Tomorrow you become addicted to material things. And they say, wow, look at this one. No, it starts from our home. Because we miss the interpretation of love. We miss what love is about. Love is about right things, doing the right things, sacrificing something for another. Doing the things that is right, not the wrong things. You cannot say you love a child, but you are there to accept every single thing that child wants. Anything. You know this is detrimental to the child's health, but you are there giving it to the child. What will I do is my child? He asked or she asked. You build something in that child. When that child has eaten, now she looks at herself in the mirror. Low self-esteem. She tries to look for solace. Maybe come to the computer. Become addicted with the computer games. Every 2 minutes, computer games. No play anymore. From that computer, exploit that computer. It will lead to pornography. That's another part of addiction, another branch of addiction that you are leading that child to. You make that child to be so dependent on you in everything, in every aspect. That child grows. That child don't even know how to boil water. Because you want to do everything according to you, love the child. But what is the price? Tomorrow you are not. Death comes. Something happens. Or you had the money that you could take her everywhere. Bam, you don't have that money anymore. Everything that she knew is designers. What do you expect her to do? What do you expect him to do? You push that child to addiction. You see, addiction starts from our homes. It starts from the day we start to nurture our children. It starts from the relationship that we have with our brothers and sisters, with our siblings. Rejection breeds addiction. When you are rejected, you try to look for somewhere that you can be relevant. It doesn't matter who comes to you at that time. You will take it and you will move on with it. You see, we create our own problems. That thing that we are talking about, addiction, that substance addiction, that you are a child, is so dependent on you, codependency addiction. Your sister is so dependent on you. Your brother is so dependent on you. You made them become babies. They cannot do anything. They cannot take any decision. Every decision they want to take, they have to call you. They cannot stand up for themselves. When you are not there, what happens? They look for substance to fill that void. That is what happens. When they go into relationship, marriage or anything, they can't last in marriage because of these addictions. Most often when we're growing up, we're thinking about addiction. We talked about drug, alcohol, cigarette, and things like that. But you see, codependency addiction kills us the most because it is something that we do not accept, we do not even realize we have. Most of us are addicted, but we do not even know that we have those addictions. And these are the addictions that lead us to separation. Materialism addiction, work addiction. Some people go to work, they become so addicted, not because they want to, but because they are using that work as an escape road. Because they do not have love. They are using that as an escape road. It's where they get solace. Because home is a problem. They don't have somebody to talk to at home. The home is on fire. They go to work, they don't want to come back. They're so addicted with their work. I say work addiction, how did it start? Lack of love, lack of attention. Attention to details. You want to look at Janet, not as Janet, by looking Janet as Emanuela. Emanuela is Manuela, Janet is Janet. We have different mental strengths. Our capacities are not the same. Love, my brothers and sisters, conquers all. Most people that are addicted, give them love. Give them love, and you see what happens. It's a small trick. I want you to emulate. I want you to try it. Just try it. Your brother, your sister, your children, your father, your mother, go and give them love. Talk to them. How did it start? Love was deficient in one area in their lives. Or what you provided to them or you showed them as love was never love. It was something else, and they soon discovered that. They plunged themselves into problems. We create our own monster. But we create it unconsciously. I want us to be conscious now. Love has a lot to do in our lives. It has a lot. The Bible tells us that when Jesus came, he said he brought a new message, the message of love. Love your neighbors as yourself. He brought that message. There is food addiction. Let me tell you something. There are so many things that we're addicted to. So many. There is sex addiction. Lack of love. I'll tell you something. I had a friend, a small friend. When she grew up, everybody always speak on her that she's ugly because she was short and bulky. Her physical appearance to many was not that good. She managed to carry herself through primary school and secondary school. It was okay. Though she was isolating herself, but it was okay. She had no time because when she came back home, she had to go to farm. She always come and sleep. She has her book work. So she did not interact with people that much, apart from when she's at school. Or she had to go to farm, maybe weekends, she has to go to church and things like that. But when she went to the university, things changed. Because of how the society and even at home, people looked at her, she lost confidence of herself. She knew that she's ugly. She knew that she's not good enough for any man. She lost everything before she discovered. In her minicity that she was, every boy in that minicity slept with her. She was a decent woman. But lack of self-confidence made her to accept anything, any boy, any man at any time. When you approach her, she will say, hey, if this one can approach me, okay, let me just give him sex. Because I'll use it to keep him. Since I'm not confident enough that I'm beautiful. Until the day she opened up to me. I wept. The boyfriend that she had treated her like trash. And she accepted everything because she felt she's not good enough. But when I started talking to her, I made her to see the beauty that is hidden. Beauty is not only the physical things that you see. The heart that she has. I made her to have confidence in herself. Do you know what? She turned around. That same body that she was looking down on, no, she flaunted the body now. The short and thick lady, she flaunted it now. She has that confidence. She became addicted to sex in the wrong form. Not because she loved it, because she thought that one would give her recognition and would make her feel better. Self-confidence is what is missing. And all is born because of love, lack of love. Please, it's time for us to change the narrative. It's time for us to look deep into this aspect of love. Most people that you see, they were not like that. Something changed. Try to talk to them. Reason with them. Don't find faults in what they do. Try to reason with them. It will change your soul. You have somebody in your house that's like that. You have your sister, you have your brother, you have a child that is like that. This video is for you. Use another strategy. Love. They say love conquers all. Bring them. Some are in gambling addiction. They gamble because of love, lack of love. Make them to gamble. They want to do something. They just want to do something to gain recognition. Lack of love makes someone to go and steal. Stealing. You become addicted to stealing. Why? Because you want to meet up a particular standard. Because you are not loved. They did not tell you how good you are. You thought when you do this thing, you have this money, you buy all the designers, that's what will make you to look handsome. You cannot talk to a woman. You feel that you are not handsome enough. Because you've been told that. Now you have to drink to stupor before you stand in front of a woman, to have the courage to stand in front of a woman to talk. You have to find means to get money because you need to hold a woman just with money. But that is not you. That is not you. Please, let's change. We are suffering a lot in our society. We have these little addictions in us. And these are baggages that we take to our married homes. These are baggages that we take. And at the end of the day, divorce comes. Or you do not understand your partner anymore. Because of these little things. Love matters. Love matters. I thought this video was supposed to be short. But there's a lot that I need to give. Please, love conquers all. It is important. Nobody is useless. What they are passing through is a phase. Don't judge them. Get close to them. Try to talk to them. You might save a soul. You might save a soul. You see, the word of God is powerful. It changes you without knowing. The act of kindness, the act of love, changes something within somebody. If you meet a madman on the road, and each time you greet that madman with love, each time you provide something for that madman becomes your friend. Ask yourself why. Love changes things. There's power in love. There is power. There is power in love. Even a madman can be taken out of the street because of love. Because something will trigger in her brain. Something that she has been longing for. Something that kept him or her in that particular position. And when you come with love, that void is filled. And God works in that person. For love conquers all. Thank you, my brothers and sisters. We shall be moving with this journey. I've come to another topic. It's not only about relationships. I said addiction is part of my thing. I'll be moving there. I'll tackle one aspect of that addiction to the other. For us to have an awareness of these things, because mental health is very important. It has affected all our lives. It's time for a change. Once more, thank you. It is our platform. It's not my platform. It's our platform. Let's spread love. Love conquers all. Go with me to this journey. Share the message. It will change the lives of friends, family members. Let's try another approach. Let's try it. Try another approach, and let's give love chance to manifest in the life of our brothers and sisters. May God bless us all.